Hello friends, welcome back to the Monday Sly YouTube channel. I'm very happy to see you following along and watching these videos. I'm having a lot of fun shooting these ones, and yeah, it's really a good way of connecting with you guys and getting to know each other and getting to exchange with you guys and tell you about productivity, technology, futurism, and probably, as I always say, fitness along the way. So today I'm going to share, it's something I already did on my other YouTube channel, the Gaftozy YouTube channel, on which I talk about photography. I'll be putting that YouTube channel in the description. It's linked in the description of this video. So yeah, I already shared like a top 10 of the YouTubers that I do watch the most regarding photography. So I found it very interesting to share the same here, like 10 YouTubers that I do check on a regular basis to see things about technology, to see things about productivity, and to see things about sport in general, like bodybuilding and fitness. So I have two categories. So I have one category with fitness YouTubers, I could say. Most of these guys are bodybuilders, I could be saying. So calling it fitness, yeah, it could be debatable if you want. And the other category is going to be about those who talk the most about productivity and tech. So it's two chapters: fitness YouTubers and then productivity and tech YouTubers. So the order here is a bit different. So I started with a YouTube channel I want you to be checking, so that way you already know who I want you to be checking and who I do follow the most on these subjects, on this matter. So let's go. The very first YouTube channel I want you to check within the fitness group, it's a guy called Jeff Nippard. I think he's Canadian. Yes, there's a lot of YouTubers in Canada, and I really love their work. And so Jeff Nippard is a very different kind of fitness bodybuilding YouTube channel. I think this is the only place that I've come around where he describes, where the YouTuber, like the presenter, talks about the science behind everything and talks and gives references. So he's giving always like publications, like a lot of references, like real references, like papers, scientific papers published that you can really go into there and deep inside and check wherever he's talking about. So I really love about also the quality of what he's doing, So I kind of been following him for like the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think 4 or 5 years. And yeah, he treats subjects that are very interesting, like body recomposition, muscle gain, and all of those things, like in a very sane and scientific way of doing it. So I really love him. And also he's very transparent, and he brings along like a lot of other like professionals in the bodybuilding universe. So he treats a lot of different subjects. He's not the kind of super prolific YouTuber, so don't expect from him like one video every week. But yeah, check his YouTube channel. I really love what he does, and I really like the way he presents it, and even in the substance also, the content. The content is really valuable. The second YouTube channel that I love to follow in the fitness group, it's Mike Thurston. He's English, I think from London or something like that, and he's a bodybuilder. So he's like a fully jacked bodybuilder, and I've come across, I think I got to know about him like very recently, like maximum like pre-COVID, like it's been like 2 or 3 years that I've started and consume his content. But what I love about him is the way he's committed in this business. So he's one of these guys that are really complete. So he has coaching content, I would be calling it. He has an application, and he just came out with a sportswear clothing. I don't know how it's doing. I don't know if it's really working out or not. They don't really share like figures, but I really love his way of presenting things. So this is more of the normal YouTuber, could be saying. So he creates a lot of not the majority of his content, but yeah, some of his content is about his daily lives, his travels, so to Spain or Dubai or everywhere. There's like these bodybuilders I really love to go. So I really love what he's doing, and yeah, he has a great physique, I would be saying. And yeah, I think what I would love to see more about his YouTube channel, it's more of the BTS things, in whatever happens behind the scene, you know, like his way of like dealing with his businesses, his way of what is he eating. That's something that could be very, very interesting to be seen. The number 4 YouTube channel. So this is more of an influencer, and he's the only French speaking I do have on my list. But I do really follow him because, you know, in France, like influencers are really, really very trash and very bad. So it's more like bimbos. Influencers in Europe, I mean, especially in France, they're towards like the sexy, you know, body type and stuff. And like, oh, I'm traveling to Dubai, I'm buying shit, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. To have these kind of YouTuber, this kind of influencer exist in that world and succeed is very, very encouraging to see. So I follow him especially because he's from around. I mean, he's living in France, and yeah, he's trying to make his things work. He has a clothing line, he has 2 or 3 gyms or things like that. He has products like protein bars and things like that. So yeah, it's Thibaut in shape, and I really love what he does, and I really love trying to follow him. I rarely watch his videos, not because they're not interesting or anything, but because him being an influencer, like in the French milieu, he's also like producing a lot of things that do not really interest me. So he's trying, I think he follows this regularity of putting outside like at least a video per week, even more, I think, more than 1 video per week. But yeah, what do you want? I try to follow what he's showing, but yeah, you know, from time to time he's like the government is kind of working with him to talk about military services, like the equivalent of what the Macron's government is calling the military service or something like that. But yeah, so those are things that could not really interest me, but I really love to follow. I also follow him on Instagram, and I really watch what he's doing there. So it's kind of interesting to follow him and to try to see and understand what he's doing and what is happening to him and his business and his following out here in France. Number four is Thanks. So it's THENX. So I don't really watch, I watch a lot of YouTube, but most of the YouTube things that I do watch are more like replays of podcasts, radio shows, and yeah, and things like that, and photography things. So I don't really watch a lot of fitness and bodybuilding, because I believe that the things you just have to watch something like once and then go and try to put it in practice for weeks. You know, you don't really need to watch like 50,000 of videos like all the time to be watching videos. You don't really need that. So the Thanks, THENX, as I said, I'll be putting these names and their links in the description. So this is a guy, I watched, it's Mike Hara or something like that. I don't remember exactly his real name, but it's a super jacked, full of tattoo guy. And what I love about his content is that he's most of the time like showing things that you can do on your own outside of the gym and on body weight. I think he's one of the guys that I saw really in the very beginning doing calisthenics. Yes, did I pronounce it correctly? I don't know. But yeah, I really love what he does. Obviously, when you see his body shape and his physique, you do understand that he knows what he's talking about. And I think, yeah, most of the things that he shows could really lead to results. I don't do really that much of body weight exercises. I really enjoy going in the gym, like being there, like lifting weights and trying to survive that. You know, that's enough for me. That's what I love doing. So number 5 is going to be a YouTube channel that really presents sports, martial arts, but also in a very cinematic, in a very adverty, in a very commercial way of presenting things. So these are all the UFC channels, especially the main channel where they really put together the UFC countdown shows, the UFC embedded. Those are really, really well produced content. So the countdown, yeah, obviously it's the best. I end up like downloading those shows actually. So it's like a full-length video, like where they're going to present like the 3 or 2 most important bouts, you know, fights that are going to be in the next pay-per-view. So they come out like on a Sunday, and yeah, like 6 or 7 days before that fight happens, that event happens. So I really love the cinematography of all of it. I really love the voiceover. I really love the quality of it. It's really selling. Whenever I've been able to present, when I try to introduce people to MMA, to UFC fights, I always like try to show them like the highlights, you know, the KOs and the submission and stuff. But this conducts to people thinking that that's something super frequent, like something that really happens in all the fights. So they end up expecting KOs all the time. Whereas like on 3 hours event or on a pay-per-view, you could only have like 2 or 3 KOs, and that could be a very entertaining event. You know, and you don't really have to have some fighter finish his opponent to have an interesting fight, you know. So whenever I get to show the people like, yeah, this is the card happening next weekend, and this is the introduction, this is the story behind why this guy does not go along with this one, and this one wants to smash this one. Yeah, I go and I use UFC countdown shows, and they're just perfect. So those are the 5 YouTube channel that I end up like watching most of the time in the fitness world, I could say. There are also some other YouTube channels that I do watch for like motivation and stuff like that. There is like the Rock YouTube channel, or wherever content where you can see the Rock training. That guy gives me anxiety. And but yeah, those are the 5 ones that I could be talking about. So let's go chapter 2, or the second part of this list. This is a list of other 5 YouTube channels that I do try to follow, and I really enjoy consuming their content. But these YouTube channels are more about these guys are more about like productivity and tech. So the very first guy that I really follow a lot of time, I don't remember if I put him in my photography you know, like group of YouTubers that I do follow, but I hope I didn't. So it's Matt D'Avila. Matt D'Avila, it's a guy, he's a minimalist. But he's not a photographer, so why would I put him in the photographers, you know, list? So Matt D'Avila, it's director. He already directed like 2 documentaries that are live on Netflix. So there's the Minimalist, and another one, something minimalist, also in the title. I'm not going to put them in the description. You can search for them, and you will be seeing those. But what I love about his YouTube content is the way it's produced and the way it's curated. So he run his YouTube channels without ads for a long time, for like 2 or 3, I don't remember, but in the very beginning he was only getting money from people for like from Patreon, you know. But now he has ads, but it's still not annoying at all. So I really love, he's the guy that really introduced me to minimalism. I'm not a minimalist yet. You can just sit here and see that it's just a mess, you know. My place it's a very big mess, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. But yeah, so other than minimalism, he talks about also like productivity and ways of putting in place like systems that could really help you to become more productive, like not only just productivity for the sake of productivity, but also to be happy with your life and things like that. The second YouTube channel in the productivity and tech list of YouTubers, it's Thomas Frank. So Thomas Frank, he's like the king of productivity. So he's very like detailed. He's really presenting things that are super interesting in the productivity world and in the way of making things work out, like how you could organize your system, like putting together your daily routines, putting together your sleeping routines, putting together things like that. That would really would help you be more productive. But what I love about what he's really doing now is his way of presenting Notion. So Notion, it's this application that really is very helpful in organizing things, in organizing your life and organizing a lot of things. So I'm trying to move a lot of things that I had on Google Drive, because I really used Google Drive a lot. I really used like Google Keep, like Google Documents, and all of these other applications in the Google Workspace, where everything was like everywhere, so I was struggling to have it structured and to know where I should be looking for something. And yeah, Thomas Frank, he has this second YouTube channel where he's really talking about Notion all the time. I think he has shares in Notion at this moment, at this time, because I think they're listening to what he says. And he's super interesting. You should be going and checking what he talks about on his YouTube channel. There's also Ali Abidal. So Ali Abidal is he's British. I think he's originally from Pakistani, or his parents are. I don't know. But I really love. I struggle because. So here's the thing. Ali Abidal, I love his content. I love the way he presents it. I love the content itself. I love the form. I love everything. But I struggle to go through his videos. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're super dense or not. I really don't know. But what I know is that he's one of also the guys that I saw them and I was like, okay, I can reproduce this. I can reproduce what they're doing. I can create a YouTube channel. I can be talking to a camera and survive it. He has also a class of teaching people how to come on YouTube and create channels and manage them. And yeah, it's not the one I enrolled in. I enrolled in the ones of Matt Diavila, the very first YouTuber on this list. But yeah, very good guy, very good content, super rich, super diverse types of subjects that he talks about. Not minimalist, but yeah, he's always like presenting systems and ideas to kind of organize your life and be more productive and kind of be more happier. Number 4 is Nathaniel Drew. So this guy, I don't know how to classify him. I wouldn't say that he's a productivity guru. I wouldn't say he's like a photographer. He's not a photographer at all. I think he's like a YouTuber by the definition of what we expect from a YouTuber. So he travels, he lives in different countries from here and there, and he also presents different subjects. He also, I think he's one of the very fast guy that I saw opening a second YouTube channel and treating it like another thing, like treating it like, yeah, this is for work, but this is for what I love, this is for fun, And yeah, he's also one of the guys that I really saw and I was like, yeah, I could reproduce what he's doing. Not because the complexity or whatever is very low or anything, but yeah, they kind of encouraged me to try to emulate and do these things. The last YouTube channel that I want to talk on this list. So it's a guy who's really more techy than any other thing. It's Justin Tse. I don't know if I'm saying it properly. So Justin, he's a Canadian. He lives in Canada, Montreal or Ontario, I don't remember. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers in Canada. And he has been doing like YouTube, but in the very way of MKBHD, I don't know, like a lot of tech YouTubers, like tech reviewer YouTubers. I think he started when he was like 14 years old or something like that, and he's only like 25, but he's the head of like 3 or 4 companies, and I think they're doing very well. So the main company is a media company, so obviously producing the content for his YouTube channels, but also I think they kind of tried or did some client works or some things like that. You have to understand that these YouTubers also do collaboration with like tech companies. Like I think he did some collaboration recently with Oppo or Xiaomi. Yeah, mainly Oppo during the MWC in Barcelona. But he has also like a clothing company, and now like every YouTuber is now doing, they are acquiring like real estate, so the way he's doing it, he's like buying places, like doing some renovations and putting them on Airbnb. So this is something also that really interests me. So I really love his content. I love the quality. I love the tools. And the point where I am right now is that I'm kind of able to know that, yeah, this YouTuber is doing this and that, and he is using this and that tools and stuff. And the very good thing is also they are kind of transparent about this, so they kind of talk about it, they kind of explain and give out all the tools that they're using and in the production of their videos. So yeah, those are top 10 YouTube channels that I do follow in the fitness, bodybuilding, and productivity/tech universe, I could say. Thank you for staying until now. Yeah, who do you follow? Or who do you follow when you want to check some productivity things, when you want to check some tech review, or I don't know, some bodybuilding advices or some technique exercises? So yeah, tell me in the comments who you do try to follow and why you do love them. Thanks a lot. Thanks again for staying around. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, comment and like, and of course share these videos. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.